in Producer Grind Part 1, I talked about like I signed a publishing deal and a label deal with Warner Records. I'm still in my publishing deal, no longer in my label deal with Warner Records. I feel like as far as deals, I feel like all you need to do is sign a publishing deal.
So explain. So that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, fast forward, it's been a couple years now. Is like a beneficial thing? Do you advise producers to do that? Or
yeah, I would advise every producer to sign a good publishing deal.
So what is a publishing deal? Like, what does it do?
Publishing deal is like when your song gets played on Apple Music or iTunes or radio, they collect your money for you, like your percentage of whatever record you did. Performance royalties for you. That's kind of why I feel like every producer should sign a publishing deal, because it's just like, imagine like you having all this bread out in the world and you're not getting any of it. You might as well just take that advance from the publisher, let them collect all your bread and be like, yo, bro, you don't know, you just made, I'm just putting out a number like 100,000 in a year, but you would have never knew that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you mess with a publisher or you was on some nerd shit and really knew how to go get your money. But I'm too lazy for that. And I'm pretty sure every other producer is too lazy for that because they in the studio making beats.
All right, so what Nas was talking about here was basically royalties. Now, you either know what royalties are or you don't. Now, just to sum it up, basically a royalty is how you get your money from your music. Now, I'm not too much of an expert on royalties just because, you know, I still got a lot to learn. But basically, you want to collect all the types of royalties you can get. For example, I believe ASCAP collects your performance royalties, which is basically anytime a song is played publicly, that money gets collected by ASCAP. So if you know nothing about royalties, you just really want to do your research on that. You can literally just type on Google, you know, like types of royalties. And then once you know the types of royalties, look into each one of those branches and see what royalties you can get on the type of music you make.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. The best way to do it as a producer is just to build with an artist. Don't dig right, they won't respect you. Don't send your beats out to niggas that have no respect for you, and stick to what you believe in. Like, a lot of producers be working with an artist and they don't even believe in the artist. They just know he got 1 million followers. It's like, you can't, how are y'all even creating?
That shit gotta be genuine for real.
It's not genuine, and that's like another reason why I have to come here is like to kind of let these young producers know, like, yo, bro, like, think about what you're doing. Like, you know the artist disrespecting you, like, oh, this nigga here,
yeah,
but he got beats though, and then you gonna go sit in the corner and look like a bitch and give him free beats. So that's not how producing was back in the day. Niggas had to beg Pharrell to lock in. Yeah. Niggas had to beg so-and-so to lock in, or whoever, big producers, Just Blaze. Why is it now producers is bitches?
The man speaking facts. And, you know, why would you work with an artist you don't really fuck with? You know, there's times where you just gotta see it through because, you know, you either gotta pay bills or just any type of work really gets you, like, you know, practice and really knowing kind of like how the industry works. So I mean, I agree with them, but then I kind of have like my own thoughts, you know. Like I said, the reason why you would kind of want to, especially when like starting out, you would want to work with, you know, whoever you can work with, is because you just get so much knowledge, you know, basically just starting out, you know, like for example, me, like mixing vocals, the way I started was literally just with a friend. So shout out to Andy. But he was the first person who came to my room, bro. And like, we literally just started, you know, recording him, like rapping over, it was literally just beats, bro. Like, it was beats that I literally just made on the spot, or even just like YouTube beats, you know, whatever. Cause I mean, it didn't really matter. But point was, I started mixing his vocals. That's when I started kind of like learning how to engineer vocals. And ever since then, more people, you know, came to my studio. I recorded more vocals. I learned how to process them in, you know, different ways. And so now basically where I'm at a point where I feel like, you know, whatever vocals I mix and master, it's not really good, you know, like in my opinion. And that's just how music works in general too. You know, the more you make it, the more beats you make, you know, whatever you do, whatever genre you're into, just keep making music, and, you know, like day by day, you just get better at it.